This is the Jimmy Dore Show. Aaron Maté speaking. Who's calling, please?
Aaron, this is Jake Tapper from The Lead.
Oh, hello, Jake Tapper.
The Lead with Jake Tapper.
Right.
On CNN.
Yeah, we get it. What are you up to, Jake Tapper?
Oh, I'll tell you what I'm up to. I'm busy tracking down the news stories that affect everyday Americans. That's what we do, we journalists.
Is that so? What story are you working on today, Jake?
Aaron, today's top story, everyone is being really mean to me.
Is that so?
Aaron, all I did was write a book. In fact, not just me, a whole other guy wrote it with me. I downplayed that on the run-up to the release, but now that it's blowback season, I'd like to emphasize that I had a co-author.
Okay, duly noted. You just wrote a book, huh?
Just wrote a book, as journalists do, about an important news story, as is common, and now everybody is treating me like I kidnapped the Lindbergh baby.
I see.
Just because I wrote about a media cover-up that I myself was a part of and tried to pass it off as a piece of objective journalism rather than a mea culpa-filled memoir, apparently that's a no-no.
As it should be.
Well, excuse me. I was under the impression that a journalist was entitled to write a little journalism every once in a while, you know, as a treat. Well, I come to find out everybody sure likes the expression conflict of interest a whole lot.
Because you were a central voice in shaming those who were pointing out Biden's obvious decline, even last summer.
Oh my God, you sound like everybody else. It was unethical. It was a book that should have been written, but not by you. Did any of you people stop to think for 1 second that I might have wanted the money that came from writing that book?
Yes, that thought has crossed most people's minds.
And now instead of the procession of glory I was expecting, I've been subjected to these humiliation rituals. Aaron, I had to go on Fox News and apologize to Lara Trump because I called her out several years ago for pointing out Biden's obvious decline. Accused her of bullying someone with a stutter. Quite frankly, I feel like I should get some credit.
For apologizing?
No, for going on television and keeping a straight face while I claimed what was going on with Joe Biden was a stutter.
That is pretty amazing, frankly.
Thank you. At least you're being nice. Lots of people are being straight up mean to me. George Clooney banned me from the live CNN airing of his Broadway play. Just mean-spirited exclusion. At what point is this just the cool kids in high school bullying the kid who doesn't fit in?
That is not in any way what this is.
Well, it feels like it. Oh, look, the nerd wrote a book. He thinks he's so smart.
That is not at all what's at the root of this criticism. You can't write an expose about a media cover-up that you were a part of. You can't write a news story that you yourself were a part of.
Why not? When I Google myself, there are news stories written about things that I talk about on my show and public reaction to those. That in itself is news. I cannot extricate myself from the news itself. News and the people who report the news have become one now, a journalistic singularity, like at the end of Star Trek, the motion picture, 1979, when V'ger and Decker unite to create a brand new form of life.
Really? A Star Trek analogy is your defense for this whole debacle?
Well, that and saying, well, excuse me all the time in increasingly dramatic tones. Well, excuse me.
Okay, well, it seems like you're not going to accept any responsibility here, so we should probably just get on with the show.
Look, all I did was get up this morning and brush my teeth like an average fella, and all of a sudden I'm public enemy number one.
Okay, goodbye, Jake Tapper.
Okay, buy my book.
Come see us on tour in Glasgow, Manchester, Belfast, Dublin, Liverpool, Birmingham, and London. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.